So last month, my agency made $40,000, and most importantly, I've helped over 60 people scale their businesses to over 10K a month in SMMA, and even 20K a month, and even 30K a month also. So today, I'm gonna condense everything in an easy to follow guide where you guys can hit 30K a month profit per month in SMMA in 2025. And you guys can even do this as a complete fucking beginner in SMMA. So first, obviously, you guys got to pick the right niche, right? That's very, very important. So you guys want to choose a profitable niche, right? Someone where they're willing to spend you know, multiple four figures with you. So an example of this would be, you know, fucking a roofer, right? Kitchen bathroom remodeler, right? A car detailer. You could even do landscaping, right? Is a very good one. HVAC, you know, concrete. That works very, very well where their ticket is so fucking high, right? Like chiropractors, gym owners, it's outdated. Don't be doing that shit anymore. It's like low leverage. And how you guys can validate a niche before committing is, first off, make sure they make a fuck ton of money off their deals, right? If one roofer sells a deal, that's like between 10 to 20K average, in high end, like 40 to 50K, even higher if the, you know, the house is very, very big, right? You know, on a new roof. So you guys want to be picking niches that are very high ticket. They sell for high ticket, more than a couple grand per ticket, which is very, very important. Now, you guys obviously want to have an irresistible offer, an offer that works very, very well. So the reason, you know, there's a whole bunch of people out there that ignore agencies with generic services and offers is because, well, guess what? It's fucking generic, right? If you're generic, if you're like everybody else, you're not going to sell anything, right? If you have a good service that differentiates yourself, especially as the offer and the service, well, you're going to do very, very well, right? If your service is like, you know, main thing is, let's say, Facebook ads. Obviously, you don't want to mention that to the client because it sounds, you know, it's just kind of like a red flag for them. Oh, I'm going to run service ads for you. You know what I mean? But if you add things to that, like let's say Google reviews, database reactivation, reaching out to your past customers, right? Getting you more optimized on SEO, right? Building you a website, shit like that. If you add things on to your Facebook ad marketing service, you're going to do very, very well. You're going to be able to sell even a higher ticket. So an example of high paying niches I've already probably went over, basically anything that has to do with contracting. So how you guys create a results-based offer that clients can't say no to is doing like an appointment package. So, but you want to charge up front, right? What you could do is you could be like, hey, I guarantee you, let's say 100 appointments in 6 months, right? 100 appointments, right? Now you want to break down the price for them. You just do the math, right? 100 divided by, you know, 6K, right? Whatever that really equals to, whatever the cost per appointment is, you make them understand that, but you charge all up front. So you charge 6K up front for 100 appointments, right? This is an example. This isn't my actual offer. You could create something right like this, right? I mean, use your own intelligence and make an offer yourself, right? It's really not that hard, as long as it makes sense for the fucking prospect to spend that, right? Makes sense money-wise, what they're getting, how many deals they're going to close, right? You want it to make sense to that person so they're willing to buy from you. And you guys really want to stress on making it zero risk, right? If you have a zero risk offer, you're going to sign a lot more fucking people, right? If you're like, hey, you know, we're going to get you these many qualified appointments, and if you don't get that, we're working you for free, and if you don't profit, we're going to refund you everything. Shit like that, that works very, very well because put all the risk on you, right? If I don't get you these appointments while I'm working for free, right? That sucks for me, not the client. If you don't profit, I refund everything. Well, that sucks for me, not the client. You know what I mean? You want to take out every single risk that is possible in the fucking playbook. And you guys want to use the no risk offer strategy to close clients fast, right? You don't want to be taking 2 call closes, shit like that. Close them on 1 fucking call. You make the offer in the service so fucking good that they're stupid to say no, and they make that fucking decision on that first initial call with you, right? 2 call closes, don't be doing that shit. It's fucking stupid. It's a waste of time. Close them on the 1 call. If they don't close, then either you get a fucking deposit from them or they're a fucking retard. That's literally the point, right? Like, you need to get something out of this person. Like, if you don't sell them, right, on that call, let's say they need to talk to a business partner, or they need to review the contract, or they really need to think about it, and you've gone through objections for however long, your plan Z is like, hey, you got to give me a deposit, right? A deposit that you're really serious about this, right? And you pitch that deposit, and if they pay that deposit, then they're really serious. If they don't, then you understand that they're a fucking waste of your time, and you just wasted an hour of your time, right? So you really want to find this out actually before you start your initial pitch and how the service works. You really want to do this in your qualifying questions, because if they are not qualified in the first place, there's no reason for you guys to actually pitch them the price or go through the service, because else you're wasting your time. So that's why you have qualifying questions. You ask them, you know, like how much revenue they're doing per month, etc., etc. So step 3 is you guys actually want to have outreach that actually fucking works. So big mistakes when people make when first reaching out to clients is they do it themselves, right? They don't hire out appointment setters to do it for them, right? They waste a lot of time, you know, going to bad lead sources, right? Scraping leads, you know, automate all this stuff. Like, why are you guys like scraping leads manually yourself, calling leads manually yourself, you know, sending out automations? Like, it's fucking retarded. Why are you doing that? So you guys really want to use DM, cold email, call scripts that actually get results, right? Are proven to fucking work, right? I mean, I already probably go over it in my past YouTube videos on scripts that work, cold calling scripts, etc. etc., right? Use those scripts. Don't use scripts that aren't proven to work, right? If you use something that's proven, well, guess what? It's probably going to work, right? And then it may get oversaturated over time. That's where you alter it, you change it, you make it better. So for instance, my scripts that I give you guys, you don't want to just copy them blatantly, right? Have my script and make it fucking better. If you make it 10 times better than what I have, well, guess what? You're probably going to do better. You're going to get more responses. You're going to get more bookings. You're going to get more sales. And how to automate outreach so you guys get more sales is just hiring people. I've probably mentioned this a million fucking times in all my YouTube videos. You guys need to hire people. Why are you not hiring people to do the work for you? Put them on a commission basis. It works very, very well, right? The people that you're hiring are being happy because they're gonna be like, oh, I'm getting, commission. Cool. They're gonna get more money than doing, pay per appointment. It's actually a proven fact, right? You're going to get paid more commission versus if you get paid per hour, paid per appointment. It's proven. So step 4 to everything is actually closing deals. So basically how to structure your sales call for high closing rate is asking questions, right? Once you ask your questions and you understand where they're at and where they want to go and, kind of why they want to do it, all that stuff, right? Then you need a commitment from them. You want a commitment that they're going to say yes or no at the end of the call, no matter what, right? You figure out your own way to do that. It's very, very simple. Chat GPT it if you want. Then you go into the service, explain a little bit about the service, and then you fucking pitch it, right? You pitch it, and then obviously the objections come up. If there's objections about trust and stuff like that, you mention the guarantee, you show them client testimonials, and then obviously it comes to the close where they pay you, sign the contract, and then onboard them as a client. And there may be points where your client really just doesn't have the money, but they really want to do it. That's where, let's say it's a 3-month deal for $4,500 that they pay. If they really don't have the money, then first go like, okay, cool. We can do 2.5K down now and then 2K in a month if that's cool with you. Work with them. Be like, hey, man, I usually really don't do this just because, obviously we like to get everything up front, just because we got to pay out our team and whatnot, right? We want to make sure ads are good, but I'm willing to do this for you because I understand where you're at. We can do 2.5K down now and 2K in a month if you're cool with that, right? If they still can't do that, they still don't have the money and you've really thought out like, hey, this guy really doesn't have the money, then go 1.5K a month installments over 3 months. It works very, very well. So you guys can put these guys on payment plans. You can even finance things through softwares like Afterpay, Zip. There's many softwares out there like Klarna that allow you to finance payments, but this is a good way to get someone in even if they don't have the money, right? If they don't have the money, don't just say, oh, okay, bye, and get off the call. That's fucking retarded. Like, try to split up the payments or finance it, right? You can easily do that. And you guys really need to take follow-ups very, very serious, right? That's like where 80% of the deals happen, right? If you have a guy that's like, hey, I'm gonna get back to you in a month, and you've went through the objections and you just can't close them, follow up with him in a fucking month. Or follow up, or if a guy says, I'm gonna get back to you in, tomorrow, and he doesn't answer the phone, follow up with him like relentlessly till he fucking answers. Like, call him on 10 different go high level numbers. I don't give a shit. Call him until he fucking answers. Now, you probably don't want to be doing this yourself. You could literally have one appointment setter take care of all this for you, but it's very, very important you follow up with the leads, like the guys that say, oh, I'm gonna move forward, but don't move forward. Follow up with them until you get, a yes or a no and a fuck you. And if they say, no, fuck you, stop bugging me, and say like, hey man, you told me you wanted to move forward, why haven't you said so? You know what I mean? So you guys got to follow up with these people till they fucking answer the phone. Some people genuinely are busy or they have shit going on, or they forget, right? And they genuinely want to do it. That's why you follow up with them, and you will close deals doing that. Like, for instance, this was 3 weeks ago. I had like 20 prospects that put down a deposit and I just haven't followed up with. I don't know why. But I had my appointment setter follow up with each one of them, and I signed 5 deals. 5 deals. I think there was a couple that were 4.5K and 3K just from following up, right? And I could have done that all along. I just fucking forgot. You know what I mean? So it's very, very important. You guys follow up with the people that put down deposits and, ghost you, or people that say they're going to do it and ghost you. Very important you follow up. So step 5 is actually, delivering results and retaining clients. So the systems you guys want to do to run ads is use Facebook and Instagram ads. Use Meta. Works very, very well. And then for like, nurturing the leads, following up with the leads, booking appointments, Go High Level is a very good software to use. I'll actually put my link in the description too. You guys can get like 14 days free, and then 14 days free on High Level. So I'll get you guys that link if you want it. But yeah, High Level is a very, very good software to actually recommend using that. So you guys can actually hire out your own clients so you don't do all the working, for your business, right? So say you have a client that's doing just fucking killing it in business, right? You could literally make a video, you could pay your client, and you could tell them like, hey, I want you to go over how to do sales for roofing or something like that. And you could give this to all your clients that you sign on just as an added like bonus, right? This could help you sell more deals, right? If you have a client that is doing multi-million dollars a year in roofing and you give his exact sales process process to a whole bunch of other roofers, right, and sell that, that can work very, very well, because then all your clients are going to flourish, right? Your whole business is flourishing. So that's a very, very good idea to use. I've actually used that before, and it's literally printing me fucking cash from thin air. Now, you guys also want to have good client retention, right? More client retention means more recurring revenue every single month, where you don't have to rely on, oh, keep signing on more clients. Obviously, you still want to do that, right, to grow, but then you have kind of like a cushion, like, hey, now I know every single month I'm making 50K a month passively because I have recurring clients. You know what I mean? So it's very, very important you have this. Now, how do you get recurring clients? What I would do is have a call with your client every single fucking week, 10 to 15 minutes over the phone. Be like, hey, this is how everything is going. La da 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 da. We're implementing this system. We're updating this ad. Shit like that. It helps with your relationship. It helps a lot. Also, what I would do is for the first 14 days you launch your ads for your client, like a new client, I would give them an update email every single day, like updating them on what you've done. It works very well. As you scale, obviously you don't want to be doing these emails yourself. Just have an automation do that has like a template email. That works very well. You could also give your clients like gifts, like give them like a fucking coffee mug or a t-shirt or something like that. Or maybe like it comes around, Christmas time or Thanksgiving, you give them a gift card to, I don't know, a gas station, or, if they like coffee, whatever it is, or some convenience store. Give them a gift card, and something they like. That helps a lot. It goes a long way. Even if it's $10, it goes a long way because you're thinking about them or writing them a letter, right? So these are very, very good ways to keep client retention that I actually implement myself, which keeps my clients months and years on end to actually work with me. So if you guys are a beginner, that's how I would scale to fucking 30K a month in SMMA in 2025. So yeah, if you guys want to know how to implement everything I've actually talked about in this video, click on the video on the screen right now. And if you guys learned anything from this video, obviously like and subscribe. But yeah, that's basically it. All I have to say. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one.